And in the last stitch, you put 2 single crochets. And then you count to see how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's only 11. Chain 1, then back to 2 single crochets in the very first stitch, then 1 single crochet all the way until you get to the very last stitch. I don't have enough, so I'm gonna have to add some. So in order to do that, I put my hook through like I'm going to pull up more yarn, but instead I add the new yarn, and then I just do a normal single crochet, and I want to pull on the yarn just to make sure everything's tight. And then we continue on with our single crocheting, and I'm crocheting right over these tails. So here's our last stitch here. I'll put 2 single crochets in it, 1 and 2. Okay, so now we should have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I must have counted that wrong. Oh, I missed one. It's tiny, but it's right there. Okay, that's 15. So now I'm gonna take my scissors. I'm gonna go ahead, cut that off. And now what I'm gonna do is my trim. So after you finish making your shape, you're gonna grab your trim color, mine's is white, and you're going to evenly work single crochets all the way around. I always start at the starting point. Wherever I started at is where I start my trim. So, and I put 3 single crochets just to make sure it's a point. So it's 3 there, and then I just evenly work my single crochets along the edge. And now that I'm done, we're gonna clip it, and then we're just going to go ahead and finish it off. There you go. Now you can clip off any extra like that. Okay, and then we're done with our smallest piece, which is our half diamond. Now we're gonna go ahead and go on to our small diamond, which we would start. Let me just get some stuff out of the way. Okay, so we start with our second lightest color. This is our medium color. Okay. And we do the same thing, whereas we chain 2, put 3 single crochets into that second chain. So this is 2, and this is 3. And then you want to do the same thing you did with the half one, and you want to keep putting 2 single crochets on each end until you reach 15. now that you have your half diamond, you have 15 stitches, you're going to chain 1, and then you're just going to start decreasing at the ends. So 1 decrease here, and then you're going to single crochet, 1 single crochet, until you get to the last 2 stitches. And now you're just going to continue to keep, you're going to continue to keep doing that until you absolutely have no stitches to single crochet in. Okay, so now we are all done with the first part of our small little diamond. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our trim. Oh, if I can get it. Okay. And I'm gonna start right up here where I started the whole thing. Just gonna come in and I'm gonna do a single crochet. And I'm gonna do 3 single crochets up here. So that's 2, and this is 3. And then I'm just gonna evenly work single crochets around the diamond. Now I'm going to show you how to do the biggest little diamond that we have in our stainless or stained glass blanket. So we're going to start one until you're going to chain 2, and we're going to start the same way we did the smaller ones with 3 single crochets into the second chain. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do the same thing we did with the small ones, which is putting 2 single crochets into each end until we have reached 15 stitches. And then 2 in this one. This is 1 and 2. Chain 1. 1, 2. Then we have 3, 4, 5. And then this one is 6 and 7. Okay, so now that you have your 15, so you're going to continue to go across, back and forth, no increasing, until you have 25 rows. So each one of these lines in here counts as 2. So that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and this one would be 7. So you'd have to go all the way to 25. So you just do 1 single crochet all the way across. Okay. So as you can see, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. And then you'll do 2 more and there'll be a line like this. And you just continue to keep counting until you have 25 rows. Okay, so now that you have your 25 rows, you're going to go ahead, you're going to chain 1, and now you're just going to do a decrease until you can decrease no more. So we do a decrease at the end, single crochet 2 together at the end, and then you just single crochet all the way to the last 2. And you want to continue that pattern until you have nothing else to decrease. Okay, so here are my last 3 stitches, and I'm just going to single crochet together all 3 of them. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, I have 4 loops on my hook before I yarn over my last loop and pull through. Now that is our other shape, and we're just going to cut and finish off. And then I'm going to go ahead and take our nice lovely white. We're going to make a slip knot, and you're just going to come up here where you finished, and you're going to add, and again you're just going to go all the way around. I do 3 single crochets at the top, although you don't actually have to. You can just put 1 and keep going. I just want mine to be a little more pointed. So now I'm just going to go around the entire thing, and then I'm going to come back up here at the top, and I'm just going to slip stitch, and then I'll be done with this shape. Okay, so now I'm all done, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off by tying this. And that is how you make the large shape for our our stained glass blanket. blanket is coming along, and as you can see, it is getting really, really big. So just wanted to show you how I put all of the squares together. So once I start here with a new white, and I start here and I go down, and then I add my next diamond here, and then I just continue on making this diamond. I put this diamond here, and then I go here and here, and then I tie off. I finish and tie off here, and then I start again. When I'm all done at the end, the way I start it is I start here. To start my new row, I start here, come up, add another one of these over here, and then add my new diamond here. Then I add this diamond here, and I come around and end here. And I just repeat it all over again down here. So that's how I've been putting all of the pieces together. And this is how it should come out. Once you have all the pieces together, you're going to do 2 rows of white, or you can do as many rows as you want, but I'm going to do 2 rows. And of course, you can make as many of these pieces as you want to make the blanket wider or longer, but I still have half of this row to go, and then I still have another row to do. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and then when I get back, I'll show you the 2 rows that I'm going to do around it. So I have actually finished all of my pieces, and as you can see, it is really, really big. And I just wanted to show you what it looks like without the trim on it. I'm going to do my trim in each color and then white. I know that's going to be more than 2 rows of the trim, but I think it'll make the blanket look really nice, and it'll make it a little bit bigger. But you can do whatever kind of trim you want to do. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like before I put the trim on, and I'm going to go ahead and finish up my trim, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I've put the trim on and I am all finished with it.